evening, Jules here from JoolsEDesigns. Welcome to my channel. So what we've got today is we've got another take and create. You'll have to excuse my voice, it's a bit... I'm still getting over a head cold. It's the first time a head cold has actually taken so many weeks to get rid of. I feel fine, it's just that my voice is like, feels as if it's coming and going. Anyway, so if I start squeaking, just ignore me. So we've got another take and create. So we've got a file folder, and I have done file folders before, but what I've done is I've done like the little tab in the middle, where normally I do one tab at the side and a straight edge here, but what I've done is where the tab's in the middle, I've done it's sort of like a dent, and done two tabs at the side on the other, so when you put it together you've got like three tabs. Yeah, two you'll be able to see, but you can ink the back of that and put a you know, a name, a number, or even a pattern. If you've, you know, any type of stamp, it doesn't matter. There's also two journal cards, and they are in the papers, the collage papers, and it's quite a large kit that I launched last month. I always, whatever I launch last month, the next month I do all my take and creates on, so that you've had time to establish it and you've got bits and pieces. Now there's 3 sheets to this kit, so what I also did was I did 2 to a page, because I thought it would be cute to have some little tiny ones, and they're exactly the same, but because they're collage you can put your own bits and pieces on. And also this is the one that's got the free tea-dyed paper. So what I've actually done is I've got that there, but what I've done is I've printed the tea-dyed paper on the back, and that's basically what it's for. So when you cut that off and you turn that, that's going to have a little bit of tea-dyed, so when you do whatever you do to it, you know, it looks okay. Sorry, you have to excuse me. My husband's trying to tell me he's going out to the doctor's, and the dog's looking at me, and I'm trying to concentrate on you guys. It's not easy. Right, okay, so you know, so it's going to look part of the little take and create kit. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut these out. And you know, if you've noticed that has not printed out straight on that. That's just my printer, it slipped, but yours will print out straight like that. So I will see you in a bit when I've cut these out. Hi, that's me back. So I've cut them all out. Now this, they've got a a small white line on them, and what it is, it's just to guide you where you need to crease. And there we are. And that's what I mean about the... So you've got 3. So it looks quite cute, doesn't it? So you can either leave it as an open folder like that and pop your cards in, or you can stitch or stick it. I did it to kind of leave it open. If you want it closed, you can stick it, but you maybe need to trim a little bit off your cards. But anyway, we're going to... I'm just going to put this on the last one. See, they look cute. And it doesn't matter if they're the same as that. If you want them different, you know, put some little bits and pieces, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some book page and everything. It's collage, so you can just enhance it a little bit. I'm just pulling some bits and pieces here. This is just what we've got. So we'll put these to one side. I think we'll leave this one as is, the main one. But I think this one, just let me, just not, that's it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink round them first, and I am going to use a dark brown. So I would either go for ground espresso, Scotch timber, walnut stain, or this one, seal brown, or even in the mementos, espresso truffle. And you will see that, you know, there is a slight darkening around the edges. When I design these, if it's kind of vintagey looking, I do tend to put, I tend to design it so it looks as though it's been inked around the edges. And I'm doing it inside as well. And there we are. Maybe cut that a little bit wonky, but never mind. We'll just I can't cut in straight lines even when I've got straight lines to follow, so and you'll notice that these edges are these corners here, because they've got tabs on, are rounded. If you want, you can round these ones off. Try the smallest one. No, it's not going to go, so probably need to do it now. Or just use just put it up against the edges like that and just go around. That's it. Perfect. We've not done the edge of that one. I don't think we've done the edge of this one either. Ink. And again, I'm just, if you've got corners to do, just bend them like that, just slightly, and you'll get in the corner. so we're leaving those ones as is. These ones, I think we'll do this one. And you don't have to ink the edges, it's entirely up to you. Just going to use a little bit of that paper. This paper for gluing, because I am going to use a glue stick. The right way, Julie. And you can and I think we'll just leave that like that. And then we'll do this one, and I think we'll work on that side. And I'm not going to put music paper on it, I'm just going to put some of this on it, and I'm not going to ink round this. And this is, I think, Dutch script. And just to let you see, you can ink round some of them, you can leave them. It's entirely up to you what you do with them. And there we are. Didn't use a lot of my book page, but I'll be able to use it again. Over. Now what I want to do is I want to close one of these up. So I'm just doing a tiny line of glue, not too much, and then just gently put it down without squishing it too much. So we'll leave that one. This one I'm going to put some numbers on, I think. So I'm just looking for some. And right, I'm just going to put a little bit of paper underneath that just so it doesn't go on my desk. So there we are. So once that's closed up, that's fine. we'll leave that one and just have that one. And I think what we'll do is we'll do what I sometimes, now this is just a bit that I've cut off these bits. It's just over 1.5 inches. I'm just folding it in half. And just trimming it down, inking around the two edges. It's just scrap bits of paper. And what I am going to do is I'm going to just inking on them. And then fold them in half. Fold them in half. Doesn't matter if they're neatly folded. Now, if you wanted at this point, you could put a grommet in one side and glue the other. I'm not that bothered, so I think we'll just stick these ones. So I'm putting glue on both sides, folding it up. I've not put glue in the in the hinge, so I'll show you here. So I'm just putting it on the edges, leaving about a good space in between. And just and there we are. So we've got that one. So that one's stuck down now. Yep, I'll leave that one for the time being. And this one, again, it's just scraps. It's the this when I've been cutting them out. So obviously it's been white on that side, but because I did the other side with the coffee dyed, tea dyed paper, so I'm just, I've got two exactly the same size. I'm just going to see if they're the size I want them. I think they're a little bit too big, so I'm just cutting that off. I'm just going to ink round them. again we'll use a stamp. We'll use a bit of music. And again, I'm just using the same seal brown that I've been using because I'm not wanting anything to override. Just there we are, and I think we'll do the number. That'll do on that one, and yeah. And that one, that'll do. And what I am going to do is I'm going to do a grommet on that one, so I'm going to get the crocodile out. Sorry. And just close that minute. I want to decide what is the... I've already folded it, so I know that has to go on the edge, and I think that's... And I've got a line there because this is a ledger that is on there, so this is the... Do you know what? I'm going to stick it on. I'll keep it steady. And we'll stick that side on. Then I can go into what I think is the middle. I'm using the larger hole of the two. I was thinking of using the smaller one, but I'm not. And again, I'm just guessing the middle. And get my grommets. Do you know what? When they're apart, they look totally different, but they're not. They're all the same. They're all the antique glass. And oh, it was on the right one. That's it. Down. squish these down a little bit more. That's why you've got the flat bits on your crocodile, and just in case you get any. And there we are. And then just not right up to the where it creases, just the edge. I would say half. And there we are. And if you wanted, you could use some of these cut-offs as bits of labels with numbers on and things. So if we just put that one back on. Put that one back in. And this is how I use my scraps up, especially when the coffee dyed printing or something. Just, it's not even done it, it's printed, it's stamped it out wonky, doesn't matter. It makes a good label. As you'll see when we stick some of these on. One in there. And you can even stamp on this as well. I'll show you. Just do that one. And yeah. And you can do half a stamp. Just ink part of it up. And the other half. Not even half a stamp, it's about a third of a stamp. And there you are. And then they will fit in. What will ink around them, and these make excellent journal cards for journaling. So you've got it's a coffee dyed paper on the back, but you can journal on it. I'm just inking around the edges because I haven't cut them out at the greatest. You can put stickers and things on these. Let me look, see what I've got in there. These type of stickers I get from Temu. Just don't bother looking too much. They're glossy. I'm not over keen on glossy stickers, but put that there. It goes with the leaf. And yeah, they don't fit right inside, so you can see them. That one I don't think we need to put anything on it. I think we'll just leave that like that. I'm just going to put these stumps out the way. Right, so I'm going to use this as the page. Actually, that's the one that I used for the cards. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I stick my pages in like that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put this on here and then I will, because we stuck this one down, this one might not. Yeah. So what we do is we put that one in that way, and again ink around all there. And what I'll do is this will go somewhere else in the journal, but at the moment I'm putting them all together. So what I want to use is I want to use this as a pocket. I'm just measuring it. I don't want a deep pocket, but I am going to take it to 3.5. So I want a tiny turn over there. Tiny turn over there, and I'll just cut that. So I'll turn that in like that. And I want it, let me have a look. Yeah, I think that's probably about enough, so I'll crease that down. So these are the flaps, so obviously I want, and I don't want a great big flap like that because that's just a waste. But what I want is I want them mited like that. So I'm just and then you don't get them sort of like folding over in the corners. what I do want is I wanted a kind of a large dip. So I'm going to put it edge to edge. And what have I got here? Right, I've got this. Right, so I'm just going to do that and just mark it to that. That's it. Take off the pencil line. And use anything. This is a bit of a Trivial Pursuit box that somebody gifted me for putting bits and pieces in. I quite like that. So while you remember when you do a dip in your dear me, I cut into that. Never mind, what we'll do with that is because I've cut into it, we'll stick a bit of washi tape on it. And because it's collage, it just fits in nicely. There we are. So if if you do make mistakes, cut into your pockets or don't throw them away, you can always fix them. Put a butterfly or a flower over the top of them. Washi tape is the best plaster for crafting disasters. Especially when you're doing junk journals, because everything's vintage looking, everything's distressed and old and being stuck by sellotape, tape and even masking tape you can use. Now what will happen is that'll get stuck in and that'll get stitched down there, which is fine. And that's there. And what we will do is we will put these here just for now. But just to let you know what you can do with those little things, and we'll put that one on there. It was one of the ones that we stamped on. And there we are. So we've got our, made a little journal pocket. Even these you can use as, I mean, if you wanted, you could glue that down there and make another pocket behind, you know, and you could put one in there and one behind. It's entirely up to you. I'm just giving you ideas. Obviously you've got your own ideas. And there we are. So we'll put that one in there, and we'll put that one at the back. So hope you get something out of that. Hope you'll have a go, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.